Dad grew up in our hometown, Decatur, Indiana. Went to the local drive-in and collected a lot of posters. Went to Ball State and booked films and collected a bunch more. Graduated, managed a theater for a number of years, collected more posters, moved back around here shortly after I was born and opened up a video store and collected a lot more posters. So on top of that, he was also a movie critic, which allowed him access to screening copies of films. So I basically grew up surrounded by nothing but images of films my entire life. And because of that, I don't think it was that big of a shock to family or whatever when I decided that filmmaking would be my chosen path. Shortly after I graduated high school, my best friend and I decided to try our hand at the wonderful world of cable access, and it lasted for a little while, and we were seen in a couple major cities throughout the U.S., but by way of tape trade with the horror host Underground. But ultimately, we had abandoned the project, and I continued on with school and had changed majors. Filmmaking is something I've always found to be very interesting, but I've never really considered it as a realistic goal in life. Up until maybe just about a couple years ago, I had already chosen sociology and econ and political science as majors, but it wasn't up until just a couple of years ago that I had gone back to communications with my media production minor that I actually thought of it as something that would be tangible, like a tangible goal. Since that time, I've been trying to apply everything I've learned as a communications major with my media production minor to produce my own smaller productions here and there. Whatever I've got time for, I've done. Since last summer, I've done a teaser trailer. I did a 12.5-minute short film for my film production class. It was entitled Life of Indulgence, the Frank Booth Gentlemen's Club, which was a short mockumentary that we had done, whatever, that was supposed to be kind of a comment on just the way media manipulates fear in society, but just totally done as just a farce, completely tongue-in-cheek. Currently, I'm working on a video project with the Fort Wayne chapter of the Universal Zulu Nation. A short time ago, I was introduced to Coda and a few other members of the local chapter here, and I was given a chance to see some of the amazing things they're doing within the community. After that, I'm hoping to get an internship with a production company, a larger production company, and hopefully get some experience on just some larger productions and network as much as possible. I have a deep respect and admiration for the genius and execution of people like David Lynch, Hal Ashby, Martin Scorsese, Paul Schrader, Sam Peckinpah, but at the same time I have a great respect for people with the creativity and the resourcefulness and versatility of Al Adamson, Roger Corman, Gary Kent, and Jim Van Bever, people like Lloyd Kaufman, and hopefully one day I would love to be able to contribute something to the world that is what I think on the level of at least one person off of that list.